So hi everybody and welcome back to C++ tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 289, and in this video we have to talk fast about C++ language constructs. What I mean with that is we have, for example, here a code and we have something here. And what is this called something? And we already can describe it. For example, I can say this is just an include when we are including a library. But okay, what is this whole thing here called? And this thing here has in C++ special names, and this kind of names we have to learn. What I mean with that is when we go here to the side, then you go here to the page language, click on this one. And then you can see this language page is very big, but actually when we read here the first sentence, it says here, this is a reference of the core C++ language construct. So this big names here, and this is the thing what we need to learn, because we can just categorize the code here now and assign it to one of these big names. For example, I said, what is this here? You can say these are the section C++ construct section preprocessor, because of course there are many details a little bit more down the road, but we are just concentrating on the big names here. And the question is now why we are doing this. First of all, to understand C++ a little bit more in detail, because if you learn the construct, that's all time helpful to identify and describe the code a little bit more in detail. But it's also very, very helpful later when I want to talk about the value categories, because it's a little bit complicated later. And if I try then to explain you what this is, we can't distinguish this from other constructs or different code, it makes it really hard. For example, let's take this first example here. I already made here a wrong example in one of my code and could said this is an expression. You see, that's one reason why we will learn this a little bit more in detail, because this one here, what is this one? And I showed you here an example. For example, I opened up and said, hey, this is a statement, a declaration statement. You can see it's similar to this one, but actually when we watch this now even more in detail in the term of the C++ construct, this one is not only a declaration statement, this is even more. What is that? So you can see we have here a section declaration. Okay, we declare a new variable, and we have a section initialization. Okay, we initialize this variable which we just create, and you just like you saw just right now, it is also a statement. So you can see this little line is actually three parts of has actually here three parts of this language construct in it. So, and yeah, the good news is we will just learn here the base words, like I said, this big base words. And important is what I mean with learn is that you can describe this, your code, for example, what you have with the words of these big words here. So let's go here a little bit more, one more line. Let's say, what is the struct here? Without the body. So this is the body. Let's skip the body, just the struct. What is the struct? So when we watch here the big words, and we don't find a struct word here in the big words, but we know already, we learned this, that the struct is similar to classes. And indeed, when we go here to this class types, which we learned already, you can see the class key, one of class struct and union. So the struct here, which we have here, would be in the section class declaration, and here in section classes, in the construct of classes. All right, so, and one more thing, why is this then so important? Again, first of all, this is a C++ language construct. We need it just to describe the code in C++ language, more or less. But later, when I try to explain you value categories, something like this one, PR value, X value, L value, I will also use this big words here, instead of going all time in details, I will say, for example, we have here a function. A function, it will itself, for example, have not a value category, the function itself, but a function can consist of expressions, and it can consist of a body which has statements. So you can see I try to explain something, I use these words here, and if you have now no clue what these words are, you will not understand the explanation what I'm trying to do. That's a little bit theory, but I will try to make still practical examples here. But anyway, I hope you understand that it is easier that we can distinguish just with these names here later. So just learn this one, and the easiest way to learn is you read one of your own code examples and just try to categorize them in constructs. Here you go through your code, you say, okay, the first part is preprocessor, that's easy probably because they start most time with include. Not all time, careful. You can we have not talked about this one. There are other constructs too. But then you go to the next one. Okay, struct or a class, what you have is this one, and then so on and so on. All right, I hope you can do this, and I think that's enough for this video. And in the next video I will still concentrate on statements and expressions, and probably functions and classes are all time involved anyway, and declaration in installation. So these parts are most time involved anyway together. But like I said, important is that we can distinguish them later when I describe them, because they are all time mixed together, like this line here. It is just one declaration statement, but like I said, it is a declaration, it's an initialization, it has a value, it is a statement, and this value category is in the section expression. Then we are asking why this one has a value, and all this kind to explain. It's more a theory, I would say, and that's why the last hint, read a good C++ book as well for this case, but careful. On the web and in other C++ books, I think they it could be that they are using other C++ language constructs, ordering here what they put in this section and in the other section and so on. I use this CPP reference com site here, so that you can all time open this one up, see this section here, ordering this and reference to this one, so that it's easier to access. All right, with that said, if you have any questions or anything else like all time, write in the comment section. See you in the next video. Don't give up and have fun. Bye.